Over the past 2 days, US President Donald Trump has spread so much falsehood and negativity that Ukraine as a whole and President Zelensky in particular have probably never been subjected to such a level of lies and negativity in a comparable period of time. Trump has undoubtedly surpassed Putin in slander, foolishness, and lies directed at his opponent. This much is obvious. On Wednesday, he published a post calling Zelensky a dictator without elections, a comedian with modest success, and a person who uses American aid for personal gain. He also claimed that Zelensky forced the US to allocate $350 billion in military aid to Ukraine, which the US would supposedly never get back. But, Trump's handling of numbers is well known, such as the infamous 4% approval rating of Zelensky he once cited, which had nothing to do with reality. A recent poll conducted by the Kyiv International Institute of Sociology shows Zelensky's rating around 57%. Trump also claimed that Zelensky views the war as a profitable enterprise. Meanwhile, US Vice President Vance said something like, if Zelensky thinks that he will make Trump change his mind by publicly attacking him, anyone who knows Trump will confirm that this is suicidal. It's worth noting that Zelensky had been extremely complimentary towards Trump until Trump started making these statements. In reality, the only thing Zelensky had done was express doubt about the wisdom of negotiating Ukraine's fate without Ukraine's participation. That was all. But then the escalation began and leading us to this point. Regarding the numbers, Trump claims $350 billion was allocated to Ukraine. In reality, all calculations show that the total amount over the entire period is less than $200 billion. So Trump has exaggerated the amount by roughly twice the actual figure. And additionally, Trump claims that if he were in charge, he would have been able to recoup these funds. Just yesterday at an investment forum in Miami, he stated that the US had a deal with Ukraine on rare earth metals and other resources, but that Ukraine had violated this deal. This claim is absolutely astonishing because no such deal ever existed. A deal, by definition, is something that two parties agree upon, but Ukraine never signed anything. Saying that Ukraine violated an agreement that was never actually agreed upon is pure fabrication. It's a classic Trump. At this point, Trump surpasses even Putin in the terms of lying every time he opens his mouth. Even US Treasury Secretary was drawn into the controversy. Trump accused Zelensky of treating him rudely by refusing to sign an agreement. But in Trump's worldview, rejecting an American proposal is considered rude. By this logic, Denmark behaved rudely when it rejected Trump's offer to buy Greenland, or Canadians were rude to refuse to become 51st state of the USA. The same could be said about Ukraine rejecting an alleged deal that would essentially have amounted to full economic colonization. And yesterday, General Kellogg arrived in Kyiv. His visit to Ukraine is a good sign. He had said that he came to listen, but whether he could change Trump's position, I highly doubt it. But we will see. All of Trump's officials and allies suffer from a severe case of Trump mind-worm syndrome. A prime example is Marco Rubio. Looking at his statements and actions over the year, it is clear that Trumpism has infected the entire Republican Party and much of American society. At the beginning of the war, Rubio, then a key member of the Senate Intelligence Committee, was one of Putin's harshest critics, calling him a liar and a war criminal. He attacked anyone who suggested negotiating with Putin, insisting it was impossible. But now he has completely changed his rhetoric. Trump's attacks on Zelensky have sparked outrage in Europe. I won't list every reaction, as the thing is very long, but European politicians have overwhelmingly expressed support for Zelensky. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz stated that denying Zelensky democratic legitimacy is both incorrect and dangerous, emphasizing that he was elected by the people of Ukraine and has been leading the country in its defense against brutal Russian aggression for nearly 3 years. Norwegian Prime Minister also condemned Trump's statement, pointing out that Zelensky was democratically elected and has been leading the country through wartime. US Senator Adam Schiff called Trump's action shameful appeasement of the Russian dictator, saying that history will remember it as a disgrace. Even some Republicans have warned that allowing Russia to install a puppet leader in Ukraine would be catastrophic. To summarize Trump's statements over the past 2 days, this is not just criticism or political rhetoric, it is a full-scale political war aimed at destroying Zelensky. Trump is using classic political techniques to drown out his opponents with a flood of incoherent attacks, but this goes beyond that. Given Trump's personality, his vindictiveness, unpredictability, and impulsiveness, we should expect a relentless media assault against Zelensky using the vast media resources now under Trump's influence, including Elon Musk's platforms and others. This attack is already underway. Tucker Carlson, for example, is repeating Russian narratives, questioning Zelensky's legitimacy, attacking him for not signing the supposed rare earth metals deal, and even pushing the Russian propaganda line that Zelensky is a drug addict. This is a direct continuation of the Russian propaganda campaign that has been attacking Zelensky for 3 years. Trump and his media allies will attempt to destabilize Ukraine society from within. They will try to create a fifth column within Ukraine to sow internal division and weaken the country. Well, there is a reason for hope. Ukrainians are uniting in response to these attacks. While Zelensky approval rating has dropped significantly, recent polling shows that as personal attacks against him have escalated, many Ukrainians, regardless of their personal grievances with him, are rallying together to resist this external pressure. This resilience, this famous Ukrainian stubbornness, may once again prove to be a decisive factor. Thank you for watching. Till next time, Slava Ukraini!